Dad and Tanya and Danielle had to work in the fields. We had cornfields, hay fields, we had some cattle. So they were very busy and very hardworking. So, but I did take care of the chickens, and I collected all the eggs during the day and things like that. But basically, we were working very, very hard on the farm. It was very mountainous, and we had no tractor. We basically did everything by hand. We had no family vacations. We basically, in the Russian boarding school, we used to have summer camp, and we used to spend the whole summer there, but the parents were not there. Even though there was a place and tents reserved for adults and parents, and some of the parents used to come and stay there, but so we were just basically on our own, and we've never taken a family vacation as such as we know it in Canada, where you go camping or canoeing or barbecuing. I was involved in the reopening of Air Canada flying back into Düsseldorf, for reopening, flying into Geneva. I was involved in introducing the crews to our global flying to Bombay and Singapore, where I developed a cultural training. I'm attracted more to literature than work. She can fix electricity, she can fix piping, she can fix anything. She manages all the finances. And anytime I ask her how much money do we have, she knows, and she makes sure we have the money to go on vacation or fix a roof or whatever. Well, Nadia, if anybody follows astrology, is a Capricorn, and they say Capricorns make perfect children, they make terrible adults. Well, so far as an adult, she's doing okay. She was just an outstanding kid from a discipline point of view from school. At the end of primary school, she was elected as the best student in the whole primary school years, 5 or 6 years, and met the mayor, and the mayor took her out for lunch. Tolstoy's Anna Karenina, which I found very interesting, the brothers Karamazov, Dostoevsky. So the Russian authors, in around when I was 20, 21, somebody exposed me to Ayn Rand, and I read all of her books. She published 12 books. I read all of her books. There was, even though she kind of exposes selfishness as a virtue, it's not the selfishness that we think of in terms of me, myself, and I. It's more in selfishness in the sense that you're responsible for yourself, you develop yourself, and by doing that, you can make the world better and the people around you better by developing your own capabilities. I find that I don't know if it's materialism, I don't know if it's the dilution of religious principles, I don't know if it's the disappearance of communism. I just find that a lot of societies have lost track of a lot of the fundamental social good, be it the morals, be it helping your neighbor, be it being family oriented, raising the children properly. A lot of that has been diluted, and responsibility has been shifted. Parents are shifting it to the government is shifting it to the schools are not taking responsibilities, and we hope that the prisons will rehabilitate some of our people.
Looking back at your life, did it turn out the way you thought it would?
10 times better. When we lived in refugee camps, I was there from age 5 to 9. Even though in my own little mind, I just thought that there wasn't much of a life for me. Then we moved to France, and we lived in different environments, and there were small villages, and by the time we figured out how to speak French and everything else, I didn't think I was going to go too far, and then I went to the collège instead of going to lycée, and the collège meant you would never go to university, and I always remember people saying, well, you're going to be a station master, like a chef de gare, or you're going to be a painter or whatever. And all this time I looked and I said, well, that's not exactly what I'd like to do. And then we came to Canada, and then I had the opportunity to work for Air Canada, and I said, my God, I look back and I said, I was the luckiest man in the world. The career, the opportunities to travel, to develop myself, and buy this farm and enjoy life. Oftentimes people say, what do you like about this place? And I said, this is heaven. One of the things I found out, now I'm 62, is that the life that I've lived is the longest that I've ever lived. Like, you know, the Solomon used to live to 900 years. I found that it's a hell of a long time. You have a lot of time, a lot of years, a lot of opportunities, a lot of missed opportunities to do good, to do what pleases you, to be fulfilled, to fulfill others. Oftentimes people say, well, time passes by so fast. That's true. You look back and say, oh my God, you know, summer is over. And yet, if I look back on 62 years, I have had a baggage full of hours and experiences that thousands of books wouldn't fill. And I said, so you have that whole life in front of you, and you have a lot of opportunities to live it in harmony and to your fulfillment and to the fulfillment of people around you. So don't waste it.
Look into my eyes, you will see what you mean to me. Search your heart, search your soul, and when you find me there, you search no more. Don't tell me it's not worth trying for. You can't tell me it's not worth dying for. You know it's true. Everything I do